I don't have pets. I don't say that because I left them behind in the US when I moved to Portugal. I haven't had a new pet since I was 11 when I got my childhood dog, who RIP'd back in 2017. And also he never moved out of my parents' house. As I understand, my wording on this video is a little bit confusing. I was just listing things that I did not do. Bringing my dogs with me on a private jet was one of the things that I did not do, not because I left them behind, but because I do not have dogs. Anyways, now that we've cleared that up, let's talk about what your options are if you do have pets that you want to bring with you to move abroad. You can absolutely bring them with you on commercial flights, but unless you have a teeny tiny little guy, they're gonna have to go in the cargo hold underneath. And for obvious reasons, a lot of people really don't want to do that. The price of that, though, is much lower, of course, than chartering a private jet. Again, I have not done this, but what I know from a little bit of research and from hearing stories from other people that have done it is that per pet to go underneath the cargo hold starts around $100, but it goes up depending on your animal size. Now, a seat on a private jet is, I believe it's per person, and per person gets to bring one animal. So you could pay for 2 people and 2 pets, or you could pay for 1 person and 2 pets. I'm not exactly sure how that breaks down, but you're looking at, from East Coast US over to Portugal, $10,000 up. So if that's in your tax bracket, that's obviously a much more comfortable way for your pet and you to come overseas, because they get to be on the plane, chilling out, laying in the aisle. They don't have to be contained. I think that you must make an agreement with the other people. Most of these people, just to be clear, $10,000 is not to charter a jet. It is usually for a seat on a chartered jet split with other people also bringing their pets. There is one other option from the US to Europe, which is the boat that comes across, but my understanding is that there's about a 2-year waiting list for that, and it's still not cheap. And they cannot stay in your cabin with you. They have to stay in like a pet space below. Anyways, the biggest thing I believe from all that I know of people I know who have moved pets abroad is the cost and the stress for them. It is actually not, to come into Europe, logistically that difficult. You do have to have like your pet passport and all your vaccines up to date, but those are pretty simple things that any vet with some experience in this would know how to do. If you're going to Australia, that's a different deal. But here, it's not super difficult, and cats are even easier than dogs, but stress on the pet, cost is the main consideration.